Hansen had retired from his days as a starship pilot, deciding to take on a more low-key job as an interplanetary cargo hauler. It was a far cry from his adventurous past, but he enjoyed the solitude and the simplicity of the work. However, one fateful day, he received a notification on his bridge that one of the cargo doors was unlocked. Finding it strange, he decided to investigate. Grabbing his trusty lumen, Hansen made his way down to the cargo hold. The ship he was piloting was a big one, with most of the systems automated. It just needed someone to steer it in the right direction. As he entered the cargo hold, he noticed that the lights seemed to be malfunctioning. Was this place always so dark? He whispered to himself, feeling a chill run down his spine. Hansen made his way to the unlocked container, expecting to find a simple oversight. To his relief, the cargo inside was untouched. But then he heard the faintest of whispers. He strained his ears to make out what was being said, but it was just out of reach. He wrote it off as his imagination playing tricks on him and continued with his duties. As the days passed on his journey, the whispers began to grow louder and more persistent. Hansen started to doubt his sanity, wondering if the isolation was starting to take its toll on him. But one night, as he was making his way back to his quarters, he saw something that made his blood run cold. At the end of a darkened hallway, Hansen saw the faintest of silhouettes. He tried to peer into the darkness, his lumen barely illuminating the figure. But then, the figure smiled. It was a smile that sent primal fear coursing through his veins. Without hesitating, Hansen turned and ran as fast as he could back to the safety of the cargo hold. Hiding inside one of the containers, Hansen waited in terror as the days passed. Finally, when his ship reached its destination, his lifeless body was discovered in the container. His face contorted in a mask of sheer terror. Upon further inspection, investigators found that a name, Calyx Maledictora, was carved into every inch of his flesh and the interior of the ship. The name meant nothing to the investigators. All they knew was that it caused unexplainable fear throughout the starport personnel. The wounds on Hansen's body were determined to have been made after his death, leaving investigators stumped. There was no sign of anyone else on board the ship. Whatever had happened to Hansen out there in the darkness remained a mystery. But one thing was certain: something sinister lurked within the shadows. As news of Hansen's tragic demise spread, whispers of a cursed cargo hauler began to circulate among the interplanetary travelers. Some believed that Hansen had disturbed a malevolent spirit during his journey, while others speculated that he had stumbled upon a long-forgotten curse that haunted the ship. Whatever the truth may be, one thing was certain. Out there in the dark expanse of space, something smiled, waiting for its next unwitting victim.